You know it's a boy DJ Chaddy and I'm back again. People, wagwan. I hope everybody good. I hope everybody alright. If at the first time you check out the Chaddy More TV, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Anytime we upload videos like these, you definitely are gonna be the first to know. Dancehall music producer Noel one time have been accused of kidnapping and the potential murder of Donnally Donaldson. We have that and other story to mention in this vlog, but I just want to kick off the review on the vibes. I'm not telling a lie. Squash song foot, it a going good. Matter of fact, check out this little kid. He might carry more than 3-year-old, but he might do foot.
Watch it make me kill him with style. Foot.
Marie, I'm your biggest fan.
What a vibes.
Chaddy More TV.
For all the vlogs and recent update, mailing Chaddy More. Bototom, Bush, Yaxter said that.
People, me up on the gram, I scroll, and guess who me see? Queen Ifrica, white like chalk. People, me asking you something. What Queen Ifrica really depend as a big woman?
You see it? Anything sweet, yo?
She need an Oscar for the pretty dark skin. Pretty like Lupita when the camera's closing.
When so are your ass? Radam! Blood clot, natty.
It look like I'm me alone. Did remember when Vybz Kartel did I do the bleaching song them? And Queen Ifrica of all person forward out and a bun out Vybz Kartel. And now look pa mama on TikTok.
Wanna like it, control me. Keep dancing and call it love.
Shelly and Fraser Price wins historic 5th 100-meter world titles as Jamaica swept the medals in Oregon. That is what you call, people, a clean sweep. First, second, and third for we. Shelly-Anna Fraser Price came first with a time of 10.67 seconds. Sherika Jackson came second with a time of 10.73 seconds, and that's her personal best. Elaine Thompson-Era came third with a time of 10.81 seconds. I mean, I telling the people, them go on good. We foot a broom, yeah, man. We just a sweep with the place. But then again, this normal.
A normal break. Normal break. Yeah, man, a normal break.
So, people, last topic we are going to talk about is how Noel one time I get a big beating on the internet. The people must say him kidnap or hurt, you know, the popular social media influencer Donnally Donaldson. Now, people, as I am about to, wrap up this video and speak about, Noel and Donnally Donaldson, I saw this interview on the internet from Nationwide Cliff Views, and I tell people, me no feel like me need for going a bugger explaining and the backtrack at what took place and everything like that. Just watch this video.
I gather I have the mother of Donnally Davidson, Miss Sophia Lugg. Good morning, Miss Lugg.
Yes, my daughter is Donaldson. Good morning. Donnally Donaldson.
Yes, Donnally Donaldson. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know it must be very difficult for you.
Oh, yes.
Yes? But if you can bear with us,
Yes.
bear with us to tell us as much as possible about the last time you heard from Donnally.
Yes.
When was that?
I heard from Donnally on Tuesday morning at around 8 o'clock when she called to tell me that I must feed her dog And I must not worry about walking her because she will be home shortly, so she will do the walking. Because she left on Monday night, her boyfriend Noel call her on the phone, and she just got up out of bed that we shared together. And she said, "Mommy, I'm going away, but I'll come back tomorrow." And that was the last time I've ever seen my daughter.
So that was Monday night.
Monday night at about 10:30.
10:30 Monday night.
I watched him drove away with my daughter because I got up out of bed. I'm always upset when she goes with him. And I wanted to just grab her back that night. And I said, "Lord, protect my child." I don't know why I was praying that night. And I watched her drove up the road in his black BMW. And when I spoke with her in the morning, I felt okay that she was going to be home. Then, because she left in her casual wear, she didn't bring anything with her but her bag, a little handbag. So when I speak with her in the morning, I was more comfortable feeling that I hear from her she's going to come home. My son in Cleveland called her video call at 5 o'clock, which is 4 in Jamaica. He called me and he said, "Mommy, Donnally is in a hotel." I said, "No, she is not in an hotel. She's with Noel at Chelsea's apartment." I said, "I'm not feeling well." He said, "Call her right now. Let she come and take you to the doctor." She normally would bring me to the doctor. And I started calling her about 10 minutes after her brother spoke with her. And the phone rang, no answer. When I checked the phone back at about 7 Tuesday night, then I started getting suspicious because the phone was off. So on Wednesday, I wanted to call this boy, Noel, her boyfriend. I said, "No, let me wait a little. Maybe she's going to come home soon." He called me at about 11 o'clock. And he said to me, "Mom, you hear from Donnally?" I said, "What sort of question that you asking me if I hear from Donna? Do you expect me to hear from Donna?" I said, "You're supposed to be asking me to speak with Donna." He said, I said, "What time she leave your house? Did she ever leave your house or she's there?" He said, "Mommy, calm down. We have an argument. We had a disagreement, nothing big." And she was upset. I was upset, and she left the house. I said, "What do you mean? You always bring her back home. What do you mean she left the house? Who took her home? Who come and take her from your place?" He said, "To be honest, he don't know. She called a friend." I said, "Did you see the friend? Did you see what car?" He said, "No." I said to him, "You're supposed to have cameras, don't you?" He said, "You know something, that's a good idea. I'm going to call you right back. I'm not there, but I'll check." And then he called me back and he said, the security said, because so much cars come in and out, they couldn't have picked up which one took Donna out because all the glass wind up. I said, "That's so unprofessional. You need to tell me where my daughter is." And that's from then we start suspecting that something was wrong because he changed his statement. He said she left at 11. He said he overheard. He told the police at the station that he overheard she talking to her dad about picking up some money from the MoneyGram. And her dad told me, because her dad is a Bahamian, and he told me that he did not speak to Donna at 11. He looked on his phone and he said, "I spoke to Donna a little after 1. So if he heard the conversation, he's lying because Donna did not leave his premises at 11. And her brother confirmed it also that he's lying because the background of what my son saw on the video was, in fact, his apartment.
So, mommy,
No.
so Miss Log,
Yes.
so he said he last spoke with Donna. He saw Donna leave in a motor car, right?
He said she left. She called somebody and leave. I said, what time? He said 11.
11.
A little after 11. I said, who took her? He did not see. I said, how you could not see who took my child? And you are the one who took her from my home.
Mm-hmm.
He was upset. But
So,
yet still he told her friend that he woke up 5 in the afternoon, in the evening, and Donna was not there. Come on.
so your son in the United States spoke
Yes.
with Donna Tuesday what time?
At a little after 5.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday evening, which that was about 4 out here.
Uh-huh.
And it was a video call he made with her.
A video call on
Yes.
Tuesday afternoon
Yes.
after 5.
Yes.
His time, which would be after 4
In
our
Jamaica.
time.
Yes.
And who spoke with Donna at 1 that same afternoon?
Her dad from the Bahamas.
Uh-huh.
He had a conversation with her where he was supposed to send her some money. And he told her, Donna, the traffic was so high, I have to do it in the morning. That was the following Wednesday morning, which he did. And that's when he was calling me to say, something is wrong with my daughter. She has never done this. I'm calling her and I'm not getting her. And the money is at the bank and she didn't even take the tracking. And then I have to confess to him that something is wrong because Donna didn't come home. When
So hold on, Miss Log. So this conversation about her not taking the tracking number, not following up on the transfer was when? When was that conversation with her dad?
We start talking about it on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes, because the money was sent on Wednesday morning, and she knew from Tuesday. He spoke with her a little after 1,
Mm-hmm.
and she knew that she was supposed to pick this money up on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Noel, her boyfriend, could tell us that he overheard a conversation with her dad that she was going to pick up some money.
Mm-hmm.
So I question it because I didn't get to talk to him again. I said, but if he said that she left at 11 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
how he overheard the conversation that her dad have later on at 1?
At 1 o'clock. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
How long has she been with Noel?
They have been together, I was always saying about 2 years, but her bigger sister said, no, Mommy, it's over 3 years, or about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of relationship was it?
It was the nastiest one I've ever seen. And I speak to her. I don't know. I think there was an influence over my child with that boy, because she was scared of him. And you know something?
She was scared of him?
Yes, she was scared of him. She didn't show me much, but she normally would talk to her cousins, and I remember being home one day, and he drove up the police car with a lot of them in there. And she told me, she said, Mommy, if you see me go back in that man's car, please take me to Bellevue. And she didn't want to answer. I realized her phone was ringing, and she didn't want to answer. And I hear him come at the grill, and he was like, Lee, because that's what he called her. And she ran to the back room, and she was so panicking. So when I hear him shouting, Lee, he was dressed in the police uniform and arm and everything. I hear him pulling my grill in hunger, and he stepped up on the veranda, and I went out there and I said to him, how dare you pulling my grill like this? Do you have a search warrant or anything for my child? And he was like, sorry, mommy, man, sorry, mama. Me call her and she not answer. And that's when I really, really start telling her, Donna, you need to get rid of this boy. And the mere fact that he have a girlfriend who is a police from Harper Tree, she just have a baby for him at about 8 months now. Every time she go to the house, the police woman shows up and they have physical and verbal conversation, and one time my daughter came home with a scar on her neck, and I was like, Donna, what happened? She was trying to hide it, but because she's such a bright complexion, I saw it, and I said, what happened? She said, Cassian kicked off the door and came in on Noel and her, and she said Noel was in the middle, and Cassian was trying to throw her hand over him, and because of her nails were so tall, the nails dig into my daughter's flesh. And I said, we are going to continue going here until this woman kill you, because she is a police. She have access to do things. But Donna just never listened. She just never listened. Now I get news from people telling me that a little after 4:30 they saw Chaddy walking in the apartment with another police woman and a man in plain clothes. And then they hear noise and quarreling and explosions of glasses breaking up. And then that's it. In night, eyewitness saw a private rubbish truck came to the premises, and Noel and the police woman was seen lifting a garbage bag, a black garbage bag, to the truck. And it was only just that one item, and the truck left the premises.
Neighbors saw that?
Somebody called me from an unknown number, and they said, Mommy, I am a follower of your daughter because she is a popular social media person. She's also a member of the 876 series TV show. So she was so knowing. And they called me and they said, please go to the police because they know what happened to your daughter. Noel and the woman killed your child, and they threw her in a private truck that they called. Let them tell you because they have the footage. They just don't want to tell you. But I went to the Endicom this morning. That's why I couldn't speak to you. And they direct me back to go to the head superintendent. They said he have all the answers that we are looking for. So I must make an arrangement with him and all the family supposed to be there. I don't like the sound of that. They in fact have information, but they want to tell me not alone. They know what happened to my child.
And Miss Lug and listeners, we have had to cut some of what Miss Lug just told us because it is hearsay. This is what you say you hear people have told you. Yes? That
I got phone calls.
You got phone calls.
And messages.
Yes. Well, we kill that, okay? You kill that, Damien, because we can prove that, right? And that is hearsay. Yes? But tell me, what was it, Tuesday night or Wednesday night or Thursday morning? Because she was alive up until
Tuesday
Wednesday.
evening.
Up until Wednesday when her dad spoke with her.
No, she was alive up until her dad spoke to her Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
But Noel said she left the house from 11. After her dad speak to her at 1, her brother called her Jamaican time 4 o'clock. He was the last person who really speak with her. Because when he called me, he said, Mommy, I just hung up from Donna. Call her. And then I start calling her, and she never missed my call. Even if she missed my call, she would call me back. And the phone was ringing at that time. And I couldn't get to her, and I called her brother, and I said, oh, you say you just talked to her. And he said, Mommy, I just video called Donna. She was talking to my daughter, which is her little niece. She would call every day. And I said, well, something is wrong now. I don't know why I never go out to the apartment. And then I waited until 7 o'clock, and the number started going straight to voice message. Noel didn't contact me until Wednesday, when he's going to ask me if I hear from Donna.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me get certain things clear here. Yeah?
Yes.
We did dump some of the very damaging allegations.
Yes.
Right? Because we can't prove what you have said, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay? So we have to protect ourselves.
Yes.
But let me ask you this. When did you report Donnally missing?
I went up to the station on Wednesday evening.
Which station?
The Halfway Tree police station. And I must tell you, on my way going there, he called me back.
He who called you back?
Noel, her boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And he said, Mommy, because he keep calling to say, you have to report it, Something is wrong with Donna, because I never know, this is not her. She would answer her phone. And I said, I can't go yet. I have to wait. She soon come home. But then when I see the house beating down, I said, come. I tell my son and my daughter, I say, come, we have to go now to the station. And on my way to the station, he called me and he said to me, which one of the station you going? I said, Halfway Tree. He said, I am coming up there, Mommy. And I didn't say nothing because I say maybe he wants to come and give his statement since his house, Donna, was last seen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I reached the station, about 10 minutes after...
What time was this now? What time Wednesday was this?
I reached the station at 6 o'clock.
6 Wednesday evening?
Yes, Wednesday evening.
Uh-huh.
And he came to the station. But he came to the station driving a silver car, which I understand belongs to his baby mother, which is the policewoman. And she was in the car, even though she called out sick on Tuesday. She called out sick on Tuesday, and she called out sick on Wednesday, but she was in the car. My little son was talking to Noel beside the car. That's when he knew that she was in the car, because he heard the snubbing crying. And he heard her saying, my career is done. My career is finished. My reputation done. My reputation done. So he turned to Noel and he said to Noel, why is she saying that and why is she crying? She's not my sister's friend. And he said, don't pay her no mind. And he left with her. He left with her in the silver car. Because he took Donna from here on Monday night with his B0DY. Nobody sees him in it again. He constantly driving the baby mother's car.
So that was Wednesday evening. You reported it to the Halfway Tree police station. When he came to did he come to Halfway Tree?
Yes, and he walked straight up in the station where Miss Henry, Inspector Henry, was standing with us, and she was asking him a couple questions.
Okay.
And that was when she said to him, "How can you take the lady daughter from her house? And now you're standing up here telling me you don't know where she is and you don't know who took her from your apartment?" And she said, "What your camera telling you?" And he explained the same thing about how many cars came in and out. She said to him, "Well, I want every license plate for every vehicle." And she also listened when he said, I was saying to her, she had a conversation with her dad about picking up some money, and he jumped up and he said, "I overheard that conversation too."
Uh-huh. So that was the inspector telling him that?
The inspector, yes, was telling him that she's going to want every license plate that comes through there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So they took... Go ahead.
And I was telling her about the money that was still at the MoneyGram, and he jumped up to say, "I overheard," and she said, "You overheard the conversation that they was having?" And he said yes. So when I reached home and I called Daddy, I said, "Please go back and check what time you speak with Donna," because this man said she left his house at 11. I said, "Did you speak to her around that time?" He said, "I have to check my phone and call you back." And he called me back and he said, "I did not speak to Donna until minutes after 1. My phone is there. I can show it. I can prove it." So I called Inspector and I told her, I said, "He's lying." I said, "You remember he said he overheard the conversation. If she really in fact leave at 11, he could not hear this conversation with her dad."
Well, hold it for me, Miss Lugg. We're up on a break, but let me just say it again, yeah? Miss Lugg, the mother of missing Donnally Donaldson, made some allegations here identifying a member of the constabulary force, 2 members of the constabulary force. Yes? We have no basis on which to believe that this is of any merit or accurate or truthful. We are hearing from Miss Lugg based on what she has been told, which is hearsay. Yeah, so we want to make that absolutely clear, and we would make it clear to our listeners, do not believe what you would have heard what Miss Lugg said, because this is hearsay. This is still a very, very new investigation, and we are hearing one side of the story. So whatever you heard from Miss Lugg, especially as it relates to accusations about who may have killed or responsible for the death of her daughter, yes, please take it with a pound of salt. All right? Hold it for me, Miss Lugg. We're up on a break.
My hands were steady like a rock.
23 minutes going up to noon. We're talking with the mother of missing 24-year-old Donnally Donaldson. She has been missing since last Wednesday. Her mother is Sophia Lugg. She has been telling us from her perspective what has transpired since Donnally's boyfriend, Noel, who is a member of the constabulary force based at Halfway Tree, picked her up from Miss Lugg's home last week, Tuesday, and what she has been told. As I said, she made some very damning allegations that are nothing more than hearsay that we cannot vouch for, right, regarding who she may think or was told may be responsible for the disappearance of her daughter, right? We want to make that very clear. Miss Lugg, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Have the police investigators taken a statement from you?
On Wednesday, when I went to make the report, yes. And
That was they took a statement from you at halfway tree.
yes,
Who took that report from you?
Officer Boucher, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And you signed that statement?
yes, I did, and they gave me a receipt, a little receipt slip, saying I should keep that.
Mm-hmm. And that was last week, Wednesday.
Yes.
Since then, has anyone from the JCF been in touch with you since?
Yes, Inspector Henry, who is very nice to me, would call from time to time, and she will also come and visit. And Detective Bailey came once, but he told me to call him at any time.
This is Detective Bailey, Fitz Bailey?
I think it is R. Bailey, but I don't know what the R is for.
Oh, R. Bailey, not the Deputy Commissioner.
No.
It's a Detective R. Bailey.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he would tell you what?
He told me he came and took the statement over from me. I had to repeat myself with what I put in my statement at the station. And he told me that he is not really the person in charge of the case, but anything I could call him.
Mm-hmm.
But since as Inspector Henry, a female, she's always coming or calling, then if I hear anything, I normally would get to her.
Mm-hmm. So you told them about what you told us? About
Oh, yes.
the plastic bag and whatever?
Oh, yes.
You told her?
Oh, yes. And I must correct you. Noel Maitland is a police from the Constant Spring, and the woman is from Alfred 3.
Oh.
Yes.
So Noel is based at Constant Spring?
Constant Spring.
And the woman is based at Halfway Tree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Miss Lugg?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
5 children.
And Donnally was where does she fall in the
Donnally was my 3rd child.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's being described as a social media influencer. What did she do for a living?
She was working with an overseas company called Center that she worked from home. Her plan was to go back to school so she could do medicine like her father, since he is a Bahamian doctor from the Bahamas.
Oh, she wanted to do medicine.
Yes.
Oh. So she did well at school, in high school?
Yes, she's the pass head girl for Kingston Technical High School, where she left with. I thought I was going to look back on it, but I thought it was 9 or 12 subjects, but I knew she got distinction in English. She was a very, very, very intelligent girl.
Mm.
She was a very, very intelligent girl. My house is covered with trophies of Donna for English, for math, for science, for being outstanding. 'Outstanding. Oh my God, I could tell you more. I don't know what went wrong. She wasn't a follower, she was a leader. She led the Kingston Technical High School children. She left as the head girl of the school.
Wow. So she didn't give you problems. She didn't.
Oh no.
She wasn't an indisciplined child.
Oh no, she takes care of me. She would give me my medication since I was diagnosed with I'm a diabetic. Every morning she would stick my finger and take my blood sample to see if I'm doing well. Sometimes I have to hide and eat because she watch everything I eat. She take me to the doctor all the time. She would give me anything. I remember feeling stressed at one time, and she said, "Mommy, this is not you. I'm going to let you go and have a break. Where you want to go? Anywhere." I said, "Florida." Donna went and purchased my ticket in one day. I couldn't believe it. And I went to Florida and I spent the whole week. That's the type of girl she is. I did not have a problem with her. And Monday before she leave, her birthday was on Sunday. And because she take part in the carnival on Monday and Sunday, I didn't get to see her. And she came to me she had 2 bottles of wine. And she opened one and she said, "Mommy, come. Let us celebrate because I never get to do it with you yesterday." When she was leaving in the night, she took the other one to share it with Noel. Yes.
When you found out that she was involved in this love triangle,
Yes.
did you not encourage her to leave?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I always tell her that something is wrong, Donna. I don't like this boy. Every time I look at this boy, something telling me this boy is not for you. We went to the station at one point because she had a little dispute with her cousin. And I had to go to the station to make a report. And when I was at the station, I was upset with her. I said, "Call the policeman, the one that you've been washing white clothes for," because I saw her at one point in the laundry room washing some white clothes. And I am the one who washed for my daughter. And I realized she was washing these white. And I said, "Whose clothes you washing? And you're not washing yours." When I looked, I realized it was for him. So I was beckoning on to her. I said, "Call him, let him come up here now. Call him." And the policewoman was sitting right in front of us. She's the one to do the statement. And the policewoman said to me, "What is the name of the police that she must call?" And I said, "Noel." And she looked at me with her brows up. And she said, "Noel, what?" I said, "I don't know." That my daughter was standing there. She said, "Mommy, why don't you stop?" And I said, "I'm not stopping. He needs to come. This boy is a player. He needs to come." And by this time, he did not reach because he knew that Cathy stationed there and he didn't want Donna to know that he was involved with Cathy. So Cathy went in her bag and took out her phone. And she opened the phone and she showed us a picture with Noel and her on the beach. And she said, "This is the same Noel you talking." But I thought he's stationed at Alfred Tree. And she said, "No, miss, he's stationed at Constant Spring. This is the Noel." I said, "Yes, that's him." My daughter was looking at her like she saw a ghost. And she said to my daughter, "You don't have to be frightened, darling. this is my man for 4 years now, and I've been having problems with him with women over the years. But this time I know I'm going to leave him. And then they start talking. I say, well, I need to come out this room now. This is young people conversation. And the policewoman said, Mommy, you don't have to leave. I want to let you hear everything. And then they start discussing about pink slippers at the apartment. And she was asking my daughter if it belongs to her. And my daughter was like, no, I have an argument with him about the same slippers too. And then they was talking. So when they eventually finished, and we was on our way home, I said, Donna, you must listen to me, you know. You see why I never liked that boy? I said, look at that. He is dating a police woman. A couple years after that, Chaddy got pregnant for Noel. And that's when I even start pushing my daughter more to leave. But every time she said I'm out of the relationship, he would stay away for even 2 months. And then when I look, because he knew I didn't like him, he would call my daughter in the middle of the night. My daughter don't go to places. She don't go nowhere. She's not a party person. She's a housewife type of person. But he would call her like 1, 2 before J in the morning. And because she don't want me to know she's leaving, she would tiptoe and walk to the back grill or the side. And sometimes I know she's leaving. And I think I am a part of the fault why she's disobeyed, because I should stop her. I should really go out there and run him from my gate.
Well, Mom, you're getting some support from your other kids now. You have kids in Jamaica. You need some help now, eh?
Oh yes, my eldest son is in Cleveland, Ohio. But my other daughter, she's right here with me now because she took some time off from work.
Mm-hmm.
And my other son, who is the head boy now, he just graduated from Woolmer. And he's doing medicine also. Mm. But he's just gone off to a little holiday job.
Yeah.
Yes,
so you have support at home.
They all support me.
Yeah.
My mother is here with me. My sisters, they all help and support me.
Okay. Well, Miss Log, I feel, I hear your pain. Yeah, I feel it and I hear it. You know.
Please help me find my daughter. Clifford, begging you, please. I can't go another day. I need to know where my daughter is. My chica.
Yeah. Mother's pain. Miss Log?
Yes.
Try and hold up and try and take care of yourself. Make sure you manage the diabetes. This is going to spike the diabetes because this is stress. Yes? So make sure you take your medication and you watch your diet. Yes?
Yeah.
You don't have high blood pressure? You have high blood pressure too?
No.
That's good. Yeah? Well, the good thing about what I've heard from you, you're getting the support from some members of the constabulary force. So
yes.
Inspector Henry, Detective Bailey, you said are in touch.
Yes,
and
Henry is very nice. She's a very nice,
that's very good to know.
lady.
Yes. So if there's anything, you reach out to Miss Henry, Inspector Henry.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And be careful now.
Sure, I will.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care. And thanks for sharing your...
That's really, really a lot. People, you can form your own opinions. As well, Cliff you say, remember all of this is still hearsay. Alright? Until we see it play out in the court and, in the places where it need to go. It's all hearsay. It's your boy DJ Chaddy. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram at I am DJ Chaddy. So that's at I am DJ Chaddy. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about the topics we discussed today. It's your boy DJ Chaddy. And guess what? One way or any other way or the wrong way, we're gone.